Hi, I'm Alois from Ping Skills. Today we're going to talk about anticipation. Because table tennis is played at such a fast pace, we often think that you need to anticipate where the ball's going. But the key factor is to be able to watch the ball carefully. If you can watch the ball carefully, then you will start to see where it's going a little bit earlier. We call that tracking the ball. So, when do you watch the ball? The answer is all the time. As soon as your opponent has got the ball in their hand and ready to serve, okay, you need to switch on to it. You need to focus on the ball. If you're serving, then as soon as you put the ball in your hand and you're ready to serve, you need to have total focus on the table tennis ball. By tracking the ball, you also then start to be able to see in your peripheral vision what the other person is doing. So if I'm watching the ball, I can see what you're doing with your hand and your head and your legs. So then with experience, you will start to pick up cues of what your opponent's doing. Now, it won't necessarily be one cue, so you can't just be watching their hand or their head or their legs. You need to be watching the ball and getting the whole picture of what they're doing. For a particular opponent, for example, you might notice something like a slight turn of the shoulders that will give you more information about where the ball's coming. But it's impossible to focus on the shoulders and forget about the rest. Focusing on the ball will bring everything into picture for you. So picking up those cues only happens with a lot of practice. So the thing that you can focus on is tracking that ball well. Everything else you'll start to learn naturally. You'll start to see the cues, but quite subconsciously. So your job, track that ball. When do you track it? All the time. Don't forget to use the opportunity during training to track the ball. So at the start of your training session, when you're doing forehand to forehand, there's a fantastic opportunity to start to watch that ball as it's going backwards and forwards. Track it here, track it there. Track it all the time and watch how much your anticipation improves.